All right, check out them boots. Huh? Look at the tread on those. These things are like fly paper on the mountain. Now the reason I chose these boots today is because I'm going deeper and steeper. That's the name of today's episode, guys. Deeper and steeper. It took a long time to get away from boot tracks, but I'm finally deep enough and steep enough that people just don't want to get back this far. But I am seeing a lot of elk sign and stuff. We got lots of sign all along this little top here. And look at this out here. Giving away my location, but it don't really matter because I'm only hitting new locations this year. I'm not hitting any place twice. We got two shed bulls right there in about the center of the screen underneath that tree. Two of them laying right next to each other, right below that tree. I know all you can see is like white dots, but it's about the center of the screen. Now one of these guys is actually a big boy. He's already got quite a bit of regrowth. There's a nice little bowl down there that they're laying up above. It's actually a pretty big bowl at the bottom with all these fingers, but still behind some other mountains. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep following this finger uphill for maybe another hour or two. Come back and wait for those bulls to get up out of there. I don't want to spook them or nothing, but I really want to get into that bowl and check it out, especially since one of those boys is a pretty big one. But I don't want to get in there while they're there. I guess it wouldn't really hurt them too much. All they gotta do is just trot up over the saddle and bed back down again, but still, I just don't want to disturb them. But yeah, so you can see in the background here, deeper and steeper. That's the name of the game, guys. Haven't found anything yet, but I am getting into some more elk sign. And I haven't seen a boot track for about a mile now. Yeah, just about a mile. They're just, all the boot tracks are following these ridge lines, every single ridge line on the top. They don't seem to be doing too much gridding or anything, though. And I know they're not picking anything up either. I mean, their tracks aren't getting heavy. So yeah, every boot track that I've come across this year has been following ridge lines, just going along the top. A few of them are actual shed hunters where they'll zigzag. You know, they'll hit the top of the ridge line and they'll go down 20 yards off on each side, and then 50 yards further down, do another line. But just a few of those guys. Majority of them are just kind of wanderers that just want the easy find. They follow all the ridge lines down, and just by walking the tops, and that's it. They don't wander anyplace else. So who knows, guys? We're gonna get further into here. It's a little bit high. I'm almost at 8,000 feet, but I've been seeing some shed bulls in this area. Obviously, those two over there. We'll see. I'll let you know. Oh, by the way, get happy outdoors. All right, guys. I'm in some steep, thick country today, trying to get away from boot tracks. And I think I just spotted a very old elk skull. Let's see. You see that? I think that's a deadhead elk. I so rarely find deadhead elk. And he's a goner. I mean, definitely not worth taking out or calling in on or anything like that. But let's go check them out, guys. I so rarely ever come across deadhead elk, just because I think it's because they're so big that they get spotted by other people pretty quickly. And wow, that thing looks enormous. Holy cow, the bases on him are... Oh, wow. Goodness. too bad he's so old. Looks like he probably died in velvet. Those bases, though, oh man. Look at this. Look at those bases, guys. Wow. Holy crap. Well, I will say one thing. I'm glad to know that there's elk of that caliber in here, even though this is a dead one, and it's very unfortunate. Yep, he died in velvet. Super light, but wow, just enormous bases. Gosh. Oh, man. Would love to find his last year's sheds. I bet somebody else has already found them, but we'll see. It's super light. Wow, way lighter than I thought it would be. All right. So, following this elk trail right now. A lot of fresh activity on here. A little too fresh. More fresher than I want. But we're in some super steep country over here. Trying to see what we can find. There's a few elk trails alongside this ridgeline back here in this deep dark canyon area. This elk trail, there's one above me. Look at this rub right here, geez. I always want to find an elk antler underneath a rub. Never do. Wow. That's definitely from pre-shed. Which means he was in here with his antlers on. But where did he drop them? That's what we got to know. They're not down low. They might be up above. Like I said, there's a couple more elk trails up above me there. I don't see any elk trails on this south-facing slope. I'm on the north-facing slope. Oh, this is a super windy day. 2 trees have actually blown down while I've been out here hiking that were close enough to me that I got to see them fall, which was pretty neat. Look at this trail, dude. This is a nice trail. Easiest walking I've had all day. Come on. Wow, there's so many rubs. Oh, geez. Okay. Okay, so just got out of that valley that's had all that sign down there, and I came up to the top of one of these fingers here that's more towards the direction of that bowl that I want to hit with where those shed bulls are laying down. Spotted an antler on the opposite ridge line. I just hiked really hard to get up to the top of this ridge. I got to go back down to the bottom of the valley and climb straight up the other side, about exactly as high as I am right now. It's only a ragger, but looks like it's hard white. It doesn't look like chalk. But yeah, it's definitely a rag bull. So it's the only antler I've seen so far, so I'm gonna drop the pack up here on top of this ridge because there's some fingers on the other side of this that I want to hit. And I'm gonna run over there and grab that thing. I don't have a whole lot of daylight left, so I gotta do it fast. I'll show you where the antler I'll show you where the antler is here. All right. So there's the valley I just came up. Really steep right here, as you can see here. This is what the mountain looks like, and it's gonna be, where is it? There it is right there. You can just see the 4th and 5th points right in the very center of the screen. And I can see a brow tine sticking up kind of like directly on the opposite side of it. So yeah, I'm sure it's a rag bull. But we're gonna go over and get it just because it might lead us to another antler. Okay, I just came down through the valley there. I'm starting up the ridge line that it's on. My pack is up on the top of that one over there. I gotta tell you, now that I'm over here, I don't think I marked it good enough. Everything looks the same now that I'm over here. So I think this tall tree is just below it somewhere. It's only like 60 yards above here. Hopefully, if I'm on the right little... There's a couple of draws that came down here, and I thought I marked it on the other side of this draw, but this big tree is on this side, so this is where I went. Is that something down there? Absolutely not. Yeah. I'm hoping it's a hard white. It was up above these orange leaves. Oh, I did pick the right ridge. There it is right there. Whew. I guess I did mark it good enough. Now we got to look really close for the match. What is that? Snake? I think so. Oh, yeah. Well, that didn't take no time at all. Whew, I think it is a hard white. If it's hard white, it's worth the trip over here. Yeah, that's hard white. Goodness. See those, that red sand up there? You can see a little silhouette of a stick poking up between those trees that are skylined in the center of the frame. That's where my pack is. Oh, I'm so happy. All right, let's film the pickup here, and because it's the only one we got today, we're gonna do a pickup. Okay. Hard white, worth the trip. Not much color on either side. Stubby sword, but thick. All right, I'm gonna wander around just a little bit up here, looking for his match or any others that might be in the area. Then we're gonna bomb back over to that other ridge line there. And actually, I'm near the top of it, so I'm gonna follow it up on the top there, and yeah, maybe I'll follow this around and go around the bowl. Who knows? I'm always changing my mind. Never keep a plan. And that's what I'm doing this year. I'm trying to do that this year. I don't want to stick with a plan this year, because I do that every year. I stick to my plan and I miss out on opportunities to explore different areas and stuff. So this year, I make a plan to kind of go in a direction, maybe hit a bowl or a saddle or something like that, and then whatever happens along the way happens. If I ever reach it, I reach it. If I don't, I don't. But hopefully we find something in between. So, till the next one, guys, get happy outdoors. Oh man. So we still just retrieved this little hard white fiver. So I decided to side hill it all the way to the next ridge over, which I thought led down to my pack. And if you can see there, that red dirt over there, that's where my pack is. So I got on the wrong finger. I went too far. I went past my finger. So now I'm backtracking. And I don't have much daylight left. I'm sure I don't have enough daylight to go down and hit that bowl like I wanted to. All right. So I think I'm on the right ridge this time. That's the ridge over there where I picked this guy up. The mountain, I should say, not ridge. And this looks like about the angle that I was looking at him from. And I'm in red dirt, which is where I left my pack. Whoa, maps. I didn't even bother. There's my pack right down there. Didn't even bother using maps for this. So I was like, no problem. I'm just gonna go get it and come right back. But no, of course that's not what I did. There it is. Look how steep it is down there. That's where I found him at, on that mountain over there. All right, so we got one. We didn't get skunked. We've only got about, oh gosh, 2 hours maybe of daylight left. And that's definitely not long enough for me to get back to the truck because it's all uphill. I went down a canyon and then another canyon and then over some fingers and then down another canyon. So it's all uphill on the way back and quite a few miles. So I'm gonna have to start heading back right now, guys. We'll see you in a bit. Well, look at this. We got another one here. Just walking up this draw, trying to get back up to the top of the canyon. A little chalky. Look at that. Super duper light. But that's two for the day. Some rodent chewing on it there. Boy, it's actually still hard chalk, even though it's light. Definitely chalk though. So I got a little bit closer to that bowl, close enough to actually glass into it a little bit, and I saw 4 bulls total. The biggest one was bedded underneath a tree. He wouldn't come out from under it to give me a good view. But the other guys were all pretty small, actually. Maybe just a little bit bigger than this guy, really. And just rag bulls, it looked like. They didn't have much growth. Bases weren't very big. So, all right. I finally got to the top of where this canyon begins. Now I've only got just about 2 miles left. I got one more push to get up out of here. Not too far. And got the moon up there. Yeah. Got a few antlers. A couple anyways. Nothing impressive today, but we'll go again tomorrow. So we'll see you then.